Hey, what's up? I got some more lore content for you guys. So the patch 3.10.0 notes just dropped, and there's supposed to be a lot of changes, so I'm going to take a look at what they are going into the next patch. Now, I haven't seen these changes yet, so this is going to be my first impression and initial reaction, and then also my best guess of how it's going to affect the meta. So with that, let's just get right into it. Of course, as always, if you're new, definitely drop a sub. It helps me a ton on the way to 10k subs. We just hit 7.5, which is an awesome milestone, so thank you so much. Alright, let's take a look at these. Patch 3.10 card updates. Here's a look at each of the card updates coming in this patch. Gameplay system updates. Scout has been removed as a generatable keyword, so no more Victor, no more Pantheon, no more Arsenal, no more Jace. They cannot generate keyword to get free attacks. That's also very, very good. So if Pantheon ever got Scout plus Elusive, he just won the game. So yeah, we're taking that out of there. That is very good. While it's important to have a mix of keywords of varying strength, Scout often outperforms as a generatable keyword, so we're removing it from the pool. Good choice. These outliers can be frustrating gameplay experiences, so we'd like to smooth the experience while also having achievable highs and lows of using random keyword generation. Cool. Copied spells now count as being played. Karma, Taric, Mirror Mage, and Jace. Okay, very cool. So now there's a buff to all of these champions. Copied spells now count as being played. So like, let's say Lux or Heimer see Jace double cast. Now they will get double laser or double 6-cost turret from Heimer. Very nice. Following up from our playcast changes, we wanted to ensure that champions that copy spells are satisfying and exciting in the long term. Spells that are copied will now activate targeting quests such as Ezreal and Taric. They'll count towards making Lux beams and will now also activate Augment. Alright, Augment, so it's a generated card. Oh, that's pretty interesting too. Okay, Ashe. Ashe level 1, level up condition. Now counts power reduction on units that already have 0 power. Okay, so this is part bug fix, part gameplay clarity, and functionality update. Now Ashe should be somewhat less sad about being unable to level off of formidable units. Right, so if you were to like frostbite something that's already 0 attack, it wouldn't count. I thought that was weird. So now, like, let's say something gets troll chanted or something and you frostbite it, or vice versa, something's frostbited and then it gets buffed and you troll chant it back down to 0. Everything should now calculate as long as you make the enemy unit hit 0, no matter what the situation. That's very nice. Bardo. Now counts units that buff their own stats. Oh wow, Bardo buff. Interesting. We want to open up additional deck building possibilities for Bard and address confusion around what counts for his level up quest. Now counts units that buff their own stats. Okay, so I mean that doesn't really change too much in Bard Demacia. I don't think anything's self-buffed, right? So it's not really a buff to Bard. It's just like a fake buff. This now applies and lets him do different decks, essentially, but the strongest Bard deck that's out there should not really be affected by this. As long as I'm thinking of all the cards off the top of my head. Nothing that I can think of self-buffs to help level this, so, okay. We're gonna see a full patch of Bard, that's all I'm saying. People are gonna be running Bard in everywhere. Ezreal, increased to 8 targets from 7. Alright, so just slowing down Ezreal a tiny bit. I think this is fantastic, especially since we are getting the cast change. So it did mention something up here. Yeah, Ezreal will count to making copied spells. Okay. So it's just to slow Ezreal down. He's also been outperforming a lot recently with the Tybulk as Annie. He's also really good in as Kate. So it's good to see him get a tiny little nerf. Nothing too bad. Hecarim. This is pretty exciting. Okay. Ephemeral allies have 3-0 too. When I level up, grant ephemeral allies everywhere 3-0, so he doesn't have to be on the board anymore. That is absolutely massive. That is so incredibly good. Ephemeral allies have 3-0. When I level up, grant ephemeral allies everywhere 3-0. Oh my god, this makes Hecarim harrowing so much better, because now you don't have to attack with him like in the middle and the chargers come out and they're like not getting the buffs anymore because Hecarim's going to die during combat. Now the riders after Hecarim will maintain their buff. That's really, really cool. Also, if you have multiple Hecarims from harrowing, they're going to buff each other more consistently. Nice, I like that. Even if he dies in combat. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Irelia. Aurelia's getting a tune. Aurelia's getting a tune. This isn't balanced. This is not balanced. Azir Aurelia supremacy. I've been climbing with Azir Aurelia. It's actually been the most successful performing deck for me in Master Tier. I got like 150 LP just off of the back of a Irelia. Her having a tune and allowing you to play Flawless Duet for essentially one less mana on her summon or on her attack when you get the Flawless Duet in hand. This is not okay. That is so efficient. And that was the big problem I was having with Irelia in my losses. I just wasn't as efficient. But now with a tune, that's going to make it absolutely ridiculous. Actually, this changes a ton. IMO. Oh my god. Irelia has a tune, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Oh, Irelia. Over the course of several archetype nerfs, Irelia has been much less satisfying. We want to strike a cleaner balance between her power level and her gameplay satisfaction. That is ridiculous. I can't wait to see the inspiring martial change later on. Okay, Callista, from a 4-3 to a 3-4. Swapping stats, it should say stats, it says states. She's moving out of the state. She's going to a different state, bro. See her in Minnesota later. Alright, swapping stats here gives Callista some more innate tankiness and will increase her ability to engage in combat and level up. I actually like this. I think 3-4 is really, really good. Like, that's infinitely better than 4-3. This is just a straight up buff. Things that reach 4 HP are like few and far between. Like you're looking at Black Spear and then a combination of spells like Double Mystic or Mystic Disintegrate or Mystic Get Excited, or like Thermo Beam is like really the only other single target that deals linear damage and can kill Callista, and can't even kill her right on 3. So I like that. I think this is fantastic. Could probably play this in Fearsome Aggro, can probably play other kill strategies like Lucian Callista, stuff like that. She's just a little bit more resilient. I think she can actually get her level up and she can get her effect going and actually start steamrolling a little bit like she's supposed to. Shen, keyword none to barrier, so he comes down barrier. Oh, and then I've seen allies gain barrier 4 times too. Okay, so this basically course corrects, because now that he has barrier, he needs to see allies gain barrier 5 times. So it's basically the same thing, because he's going to see himself, so that's +1 for his level up. And he also has barrier on his level up form to match. Very nice. I think this is a great change. Shen barrier on summon means on attack 4, he's actually a powerhouse. If you play this with anything else, then you're also giving them barrier. You're just going to have a really clean, like, turn 3 development into turn 4 attack. And you can start pushing mid-game pressure after that very easily with Shen. I like this a lot. It makes a lot of sense for Lulu as well, because then you can do Lulu on defense 3, pop down Shen. Shen supports Lulu, gives her barrier, he has barrier, Lulu hits something, and then this just kind of crazy for support pressure. I like that. Shen's play rate is among the lowest. We want to give him a bit more immediate ability to attack or block to give him some more combat control, with added potential to level him up and realize the Shen dream. I like it. Very good change. Alright, so that is it for the champions. The only nerf is Ez. That's pretty interesting. Everything else is getting a buff or a buff or a buff or a buff. Okay, everything got buffed except for Ez. Yep. Okay, what's going on here? Aftershock, cost from 4 to 3. Deal 3 to anything or destroy a landmark, to now deal 3 to a follower or destroy a landmark. Aftershock can no longer target face, however, it is going down 1 mana. Spell speed is still slow, so that's important to keep in mind, but not being able to hit face anymore. I like this. This actually makes this more efficient for just removal. Deal 3 to anything or destroy a landmark. It is just get excited at slow speed and you don't have to discard. I think this will actually be a slot in a lot of control PNZ decks. I think I'm slotting this in maybe as K instead of running Scorched Earth. I can run like maybe a 2 list. That's pretty good. We'd love for landmark removal to be more viable, and identified Aftershock as a card that could help provide more widespread interactive counterplay against landmarks. And also, this is a generatable card from Piltover Tellstones. Remember this. So anything that's Piltover and that doesn't want to run Aftershock, like commit to it, but wants to still have flexible landmark removal sometimes, you can just run Piltover Tellstones. That's kind of nice. It makes that card a little bit more efficient for you. Avatar of the Tides, 6/4/5 to 6/4/6. Adding a bit of health. Okay, if you would get a mana gem, instead refill your spell mana. When you play a spell, okay, I've never seen this card used. It's kind of a cheeky meme card. However, it is 1 HP thicker, so A. You know what? That might go a long way, and this thing might be the next Shellfolk. Who knows? Averrosion Hearthguard from 5/5 to 5/6. I'm pretty sure this is a revert, yeah? Returning Hearthguard to his former glory to give Freljord mid-game units a boost. Very nice. Yeah, so he used to be a 5/6. I remember this. And then people were mad because he was Garen, but better. Now that Garen's been buffed, hey, Averrosion Hearthguard's better. He can be rebuffed. 5/5/6. Very nice. Really good for Ashe mid-range. Ashe already got a buffed. Hearthguard got a buffed. I think, what's it called? The Assessor is going to get a buff here in a little bit, so that might also add to it. Babbling Bjerg, I'm pretty sure this is also a Reaver. I kind of remember him being a 3-4 back in the day, but maybe I'm wrong. A slight buff to staple for earlier mid-range unit to help enable the archetype. He might see play. Babbling Bjerg's kind of weird for a draw card, but 4-3-4 actually means he can come down and not be useless. This might be a big enough impact to actually see Babbling Bjerg in mid-range. I actually agree. I think that's a good change. Caretaker going back to a 2-1, Thresh Nasus Supremacy. Yes, reverting a previous nerf to slay, sacrifice archetypes, give them a bit more power. So Nasus got his Fearsome back recently, Blighted Caretaker back up to 2 attack, can help be aggressive on the board. I like that, that seems good. Okay, nice. Bright Steel Protector from a 3-2 to a 2-1, slashing the stats down. -1 attack, -1 HP. This card is like borderline unusable, it feels like. Wow. This can only be played on Fleet Feather Tracker. And it's still not that good. It's not even a Fearsome blocker. So my deck just got buffed. Mono Shadow Wilds that plays around Fearsomes in the early game. Bright Steel Protector can no longer block Elise. And if it blocks the Spider, it dies. This also is a really big nerf to Faded. And any other Demacia strategy that isn't dragons, honestly. Dragons are the only thing that didn't play Bright Steel Protector. But like Akshan Sivir, this is a hit. Faded, this is a hit. I think Alawi ran a couple Bright Steels. You can sacrifice Bright Steel, you don't need it in the Alawi list, but it's still kind of a hit. This is ridiculous. This change is meant to soften the strength of Demacia, curving out with Bright Steel and encouraging the utility of the barrier. Bro. The utility of a 2-1 unit? This is so big. That's a huge nerf. Chemoborn Dragon from a 4-4-3 to a 4-4-4. It's got Jhin stats. Alright, we got Jhin Dragon here. We're adding more on-curve health to make Chemoborn Dragon more cost-effective. Okay, I like it. I mean, he's only ever played in Spooky Dragons, which is a Viego dragon list with Demacia, Shyvana, stuff like that. And I do run it. It's a little memey. It's like super, super mid, maybe low mid tier, but hey, this might help. I kind of like it. It's a fun deck, so I might have to try it again. Chief Knuckletuck, so we're going to start buffing the... What are these called? I call them the Pokemon units, right? I don't know what anyone else called them, but the NAR support package, I just call Pokemon because they transform. So, let's see. 3-3 to a 2-4. Yeah, I like that. I think a 2-4 is better. When an ally transforms fully, heal it, grant it 1-1 to now. When an ally transforms fully, heal it, grant it 1-1 and impact. Hey, yo, Chief Knuckletuck kinda nice. Transform-based Vandal decks have historically not seen much play, so we're buffing Chief Knuckletuck as a core synergistic card for the deck building possibilities. That's really cool. That means you're going to give impact to Meganar. You're also going to give impact to Teeny, who already has it, so that's impact 2. You're going to give impact to Bitsy Lizard. That's cool. I like this. I mean, I thought these decks were really fun. I played mid-range Pokemon decks with Nar Sedge, I did Nar GP, and both of them felt pretty okay. I think this is a big bump in the right direction. Crumble going from 5 to 4. Oh wow. Kill a unit and destroy an enemy. Okay, so you kill your own ally and you can destroy an enemy landmark, which this is also in SI Tellstones. So Tellstones are getting another buff. From 5 to 4 is a pretty big deal, actually. 4 mana kill. So this is the same cost as Viego's kill spell, but it strikes your Nexus. If you sacrifice a unit and you're okay with it, this is actually just way more worth it. Crumble's actually just really good now, right? Given its high ability to disrupt and potential access through Tellstones, we've identified Crumble as a card that could use a cost decrease to see a bit more play. A bit more play? I actually think this is a very big buff. From 5 to 4. Because you have to compare this to Vengeance, and you have to compare this to Viego's Despair. This is actually just like as good, if not better. Kill an ally. Like if you want to kill an ally, this is immediately better. If you don't want to kill your ally, then it's on par, right? That's how you have to look at it. Disintegrate. Damage mitigation now prevents units from dying. We want to add a more healthy counterplay to Disintegrate, increase the clarity of its text and effect, and fix several buggy edge cases such as Disintegrate versus Barrier, Tough, Lifesteal, etc. Okay, so prior to this patch, for those of you who don't know, if you did like Disintegrate Vial and you hit Lux, Lux's Barrier would eat the Vial, but Disintegrate would still kill, because it counted as Barrier letting Lux take 0 damage, and taking 0 damage is a relevant form of damage that Disintegrate sees and kills. I don't know why, but now it doesn't do that anymore, so that's cool. Same with Tough, so you can't Disintegrate and Vile Feast a Tough unit. Okay, So that's nice. That's how the card should work. Ember Monk. What is this? When you summon another ally, grant me 1/0, and it has quick attack. Never seen this card in my life. It's going from a 4 cost to a 3 cost, and it's going to a 2/3. Okay, so -1 cost, -1 attack. It's a lot better. I don't know if it's gonna see play, but that is better. Too inefficient to function with its archetype, so we're lowering its cost. What archetype? When you summon another ally, grant me 1/0. What archetype is that? I don't know what. I've never seen this card. It's a Yordle, so I guess it's a swarming archetype. Maybe it plays things that summon multiple things at once, like Riza the Thunder and stuff like that, and hand bouncing, maybe? Was this released in the Ken and Ari? I don't even know. Barros Financier is going from a 2/2 to 2/1, so it's getting the Conchologist treatment. It's what pretty much everyone guessed. Sure, it's just going to be easier to kill. Got it. Gleaming Lantern, 3/3 to 3/2. It's now Mystic Shotable. Okay. And it's all Undergrowthable. You gotta remember, Undergrowth is now a relevant 2 damage ping from Shadow Isles. So, very nice. Is that enough to kill it? I hope so. I don't like a Phalios Dex, aka a Phalios Fizz, with the Gleaming Lantern attached units, all really frustrating. Hothead, 4/2 to 3/3. He's a bit better. Doesn't die to Mystic Shot. Trades a little bit better, especially on 3. Okay. I don't think he's gonna see play, but he's kind of cool. Marshall going from a 4/5 to 5/6. So keeping the 6 costs, just bumping stats by 1/1. I don't think that's enough. We're usually trying to kill on this turn. Maybe it's okay now that we have a tune on Irelia. We can kind of be more efficient if we play like a new Irelia on 5 if the first one died, play Inspiring Marshall, then we can do Flawless Duet. Maybe, right? I think there are some cases where Inspiring Marshall can still be played in a 0 Irelia, but the stat is not what matters. Inspiring Marshall could be a 1/10, right? It could be a 2/8. It doesn't, as long as it's on the board, it doesn't matter what its stats are. So the attack is not relevant. The HP, not really relevant. What's the difference between 5 and 6 HP? Not a whole lot. So it's the cost is what's really stopping Inspiring Marshall from being played, because it had a cost increase. Marshall's had a hard time since his previous nerfs. We'll keep it as a top end for token decks and increase the stats to make it a bit more viable in Shuriman token decks. Honestly, we'll have to see. I don't know if I fit this back in. I'll probably try just for experimental purposes, but I don't have the highest hopes. This thing could literally be like a 0/6, right? And it doesn't matter. Justice Rider, 4/3/4 to 4/3/5, a little bit tankier. Wow, 4/3/5 is a big body. Flash Bomb Trap followers rarely show up. Yes, you are correct. We definitely need that. Okay, Justice Rider, Kate Teemo. Hey, maybe. It's kind of cool. It's a little bit more Caitlyn sided than Teemo sided. If you like that, I like it. Might be good in as Kate, honestly. The things that you know want to utilize flash bombs more. That's a really big body. I'm telling you, this is kind of nice. The Hiri buff, from 6 cost to 5 cost, 4/4/3/3 star, and then it ramps up as you predict and see him. But he's a 5 cost now, so he's a bit more satisfying. I agree. I like that. The Lady of Blood, 4/4 to 4/3/4, 1 extra attack stat, providing Lady a bit more combat viability to give slower Noxus discard decks. What? I've never heard of these. Slower Noxus discard deck, a bit of a better curve. What? Scion? Is she supposed to be played in Scion? Alright. Yeah, she's okay. Well, I've never really seen her used, so maybe someone can come up with that spicy discard deck with her. Lava Lizard, getting impact. Wow, deserves a bit more fire. I agree. 2/3/4 with impact is kind of huge, actually, after the transform. If Nakotok sees him transform, that's impact 2. Nice. Oh, and this is the Deserter nerf that I called. A lot of people called this. This is the tried and true classic. If something's keyword is too good, just give it fearsome. This happened with the Lost Soul. What's it called? Twin Blade Revenant, I think, from the Scion package. Yeah. And it had Challenger before, and then they gave it Fearsome instead. Legion Deserter, same thing. Overwhelm, too good, let's just give it Fearsome. We want to keep the gameplay dreams of scaling huge Legion Deserter, but swap out Overwhelm to Fearsome to reduce the ability to outright end your opponent's career prematurely. Yeah, especially when coupled with Atrocity. You literally get a Legion Deserter hit on attack 5, and it's like, it's literally over, because then you just go into next turn and Atrocity. Okay. That's pretty big. Merkwolf Shaman from a 3/3 to a 2/4, 5/6/4/6. I actually didn't mind Shaman at 3/3. I don't think it matters too much. But this is an Udyr card. I think he'll probably see play. I think he's good. Failure to mid-range units. Okay, cool. Petrolite Broadwing. Challenger to none. When you summon an ally, grant me Challenger. So it's sort of like Fleet Feather Tracker, yes? We have to play Petricite Broadwing right on 2, and then he doesn't get Challenger until something is played after. So that means attack 2 Petricite Broadwings literally do nothing. They have to go into attack 4 after developing on defense 3, right? Does that make sense? All right, cool. We're opting for a small nerf to Broadwing that will ease some of the early round tension of playing against it. Yeah, me playing a 1 cost. Oh, well, I guess Broadwing just killed it. Me try to play a 2 cost to contest board. Oh, I guess Broadwing killed that too, and I just went down 2 for 1 because this card is so fair. Yeah. Yeah, very tension. Yeah, we'll call it tension for sure. While also giving more windows for potential counterplay. Okay, we need something like Grant Me Challenger. That's fine. It slows him down by 1 turn. I'm good with that. Promising Future going up to 6 cost. That is a huge nerf. Oh my god. I thought it was going to go up to 5. Just straight up 6? Damn, okay. Sure. Quicksand. When targeting 2 units, giving them -2, disable. When targeting 2 units, give them -1 and disable their positive keywords. Very good. Okay, this is the exact nerf I thought was going to happen. When splitting the damage mitigation, you're going to just do -1 on both, which is fine. I think this is okay. I don't think the attack really mattered. What's important for Quicksand is that you're able to turn off double elusive or double overwhelm or double fearsome with 3 mana, and that's absolutely huge. It's double hush, right? It doesn't really matter, the attack mitigation. You really only care about turning off the keywords. We're happy with the increased interaction previous Quicksand changes has provided, but are pushing a small follow-up to make it less combat blowout and reduce the overall safety. Yeah, okay. I like this. I think that's fine. As long as we're able to turn off double elusive, especially going into TF Nami meta, which I assume we're about to go into, I think Quicksand's going to be high value. Stellacorn from a 4/5 to a 5/6. So just getting a +1/+1 stat boost while retaining its cost is very good. This change should provide more Anchor power to Targon healing. I don't know if Targon healing decks are decent, but Stellacorn is really good actually. 5/5/6, huge. It's the Averosian Hearthguard stat line, right? Better Garen. Let's go. Riptide Rex, going from a 6/4 to a 7/5, so another +1/+1 stat boost. Plunder, play Cannon Barrage 6 times to now Plunder, play 7 times. Nice. Bilgewater control decks have slowly moved out of the metagame with time and nerfs to cards. Returning Riptide Rex to his former glory should give some slower and mid-range Bilgewater decks more viable top end. Very nice. Okay. So yeah, Riptide Rex is going back to his final form, essentially. No more Super Saiyan 2 Riptide Rex. This is full-on Super Saiyan God Riptide Rex. You love to see it. Very nice, very strong. 7/5 stat line. Cannon Barrage 7 times. He's huge. I like him. That's awesome. I love to see Riptide Rex back to his former glory. Sands of Time, Instant Sentry is now fleeting, so this is a small nerf, not a cost change. Wow. Okay. I think Brawls are still okay. Promising Future is way more greedy, it's way more committal, it's way more difficult to pull off, but honestly, like 9 out of 10 times Instant Sentry could just be used on the turn that you activate Sands of Time, so it doesn't matter if it's fleeting. So it's still good. Squeaker 1/2. Not sure if we're gonna make this in to Rumble Scion mid-range, but we'll try. He's cute. I like him. Arsenal 8/6 to 9/7. Bump to Arsenal, that way landmark mid-game decks can come back. So yeah, okay. Scout removal. It's a compensation buff. Yeah, we're removing Scout, give him a little bit more stat. Okay. The Prefect from a 1/3 to a 2/3. Prefect is too undertuned. The problem with Prefect is it doesn't have a skill. It needs to have a skill. If it's just gaining stats based on other skills and stuff, I don't think it's very good. Maybe I could be wrong. 2/3, we'll see how much of a difference that makes. Trifarian Assessor going from 5 cost to 4 cost, that's pretty huge. I like that. If you hit it with Omen Hawk, you hit it with Hearthguard, it self-draws, and it's 1 cheaper. Very nice. First Blade, 2/2 to 3/3. Okay, wow. What's a patch with without a random elite buff? True. First Blade Curve, nice. Okay. I mean, I don't really see him in elites too much, but maybe we will now. Hatchling, 4/2 to 4/3. With the release of Worldwalker, Ionia has been underrepresented. We're providing elusive decks a bit more power to finish out their games. Yeah, Sign-In is just better. I think that's the problem. But now Hatchling can be a 4/3. Don't think that matters too much. It's usually his effect that matters more than the stat. But alright. Contraption going from 5 to 4. Pretty sure this is a Vandal Tellstones card as well. So yeah, more landmark removal. Okay. Zenith Blade, grant Overwhelm to give Overwhelm this round. Oh, that's a huge nerf to Zenith Blade. Wow, that's massive to like Pantheon decks. Now, like, you can't just Zenith Blade a Saga Seeker or a Wounded White Flame and let it solo carry. That's really bad for Pantheon. On top of getting Scout removed, damn, that's actually kind of rough for them. Zenith Blade should be a solid go-to repeatable buff for decks, but its power output should be a bit more narrow considering the low amount of card resources required to grant up to 3 units Overwhelm. True. Especially given the additional synergies. True. Alright. I mean, I agree with the methodology. It's just, wow, that's really rough for Pantheon. Path of Champions update. Very cool. Wild Fragments. Sure. Can the unlock star up any champion? Okay. Heard that being random was annoying. When you earn champion fragments for a champion that exceeds the amount, blah blah blah, you can instead earn an amount of wild frags. Cool. Players who have already earned excess champion get frags. When you earn duplicate relics, sure. Additionally, players can sure. Finally, coins unlock champions. Okay, cool. You can play who you want. Skins. Who is this? Nami? Nami skin. Ooh. What's the theme? It looks like one of the D&D themes. Look at that. Fizz is up there too. A little bandit Fizz. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. That's awesome. There's Bard over there. And a Lee Sin skin. Okay. Nami Tidecaller. Oh. She rolls a dice. Oh, I think she rolled a nat 20. That's a 20 for sure. She's gonna one-shot that thing. That's cool. Yeah, it's the D&D theme skin line. Very neat. We got Bard over here. Looking kind of nice. Playing the game as well. Giving everyone buffs. Probably trying to seduce all of the NPCs. And that's why everyone's kind of mad. Giving him a dirty look. As typical Bard fashion. That's cool. Let's see what he's doing. Oh. So it changes like the worlds that he's going through with his portal. That's kind of neat actually. We also got the Fizz skin that I saw hanging on the chandelier. Yeah, he's probably like a little rogue. Very charismatic. Fizz Assassin, okay. Oh, that's a cool ass splash actually. Yo, Fizz is lit. What? Fizz Finslayer. Got the coins. Okay, I like the skins that just do subtle changes to the already existing level up animation. That's really cool. I like that a lot. We got Monk Lee Sin. Yep, playing a monk in D&D or standard tabletop games. Makes sense to me. Kicking that dude right in the dome. Okay, Zillion. He's a druid. Oh my god, he's sleeping on the table, listening to everyone else argue. Looking kind of strong. Nice druid spells. Very cool. Oh, Darius got a skin. Nice. He's the DM, I think, right? Zillion's asleep. Everyone else is like just absolute clown fiesta. He looks sick. Holy, I guess he's like the final boss. Like the party is fighting the DM. I kind of like the symbolism here. Boards, tabletop tavern. That's so cool. I actually want to pick this up. I'm a sucker for tabletop games, especially D&D, so I like that a lot. Place your piece, let your adventure begin. All right, snooze fest. Yeah. Oh my god, I need this emote. This is so BM. When the opponent is roping, it's like Karma's popcorn, but actually more BM. Snooze fest. Wake me up when it's my turn. You're supposed to use this when they're roping. This is amazing. This is the best emote ever. I'm buying that like frame 1. Outclassed. He's doing his best. Oh, he's doing a little best. He's just trying to do his little trumpet. Okay, added a skip button to weekly vault. That's really nice. Hella efficient. And then we got bug fixes. Crashing. Ahiri returns summon from Chrono Break. Fix audio related crash. Path of Champions. Thresh's Challenger VFX. That's kind of funny. This bug was good. I like this bug. Tibbers. Now deal damage as intended. Fix some issues preventing Bard from properly receiving level up progression. Fix an issue causing spells, blah blah blah. Fix an issue preventing Jin's dancing grenade from bouncing. When did that happen? Preventing emote panel. Cause a dragon. Okay. I don't see a bug fix for Harrowing, because currently, the last time I checked, Harrowing, if it summoned Wraithcaller hit Allegiance, it would crash both players' games. Hopefully it's fixed, it's just not in the list. Because I would like to play Mono Shadow Owls without crashing my client, that'd be pretty cool. Otherwise, I really like the direction of the nerfs and the buffs. I think I got through pretty much everything I wanted to say about them. I definitely think Mono Shadow Owls is going to be a bit stronger. I think Azir Irelia is going to be significantly stronger, and those are like two of my favorite decks right now. Jin Annie got absolutely nothing other than Prefect, which is a fake buff. This card's not even run. Where's it at? Where's Prefect? Holy moly. Right here, so... Jin Annie's probably just going to be the same. We're going to enter Bard meta and TF Nami meta. Those are going to be like the two best decks. So, maybe the, what's it called? The Broadwing nerf was relevant. I guess we'll see. I guess we shall see. But yeah, those are my best first impressions and initial reactions to the patch. And that's it for this one. Please like and subscribe if you thought this video was informative or entertaining. It really helps me out since I'm still trying to grow. I'll be releasing more deck profiles, guides, and gameplay highlights in the near future. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Laters!